Like an interview now.
It's an interview.
It's a podcast.
It's live, yeah? I think so. You can come in.
We inside.
What live? Where's my
live
hat?
on what?
Where's my hat? My
What are we
hat.
live on?
My hat, bro. What did you put in my hat? Oh, here.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Zangoma's back.
Sangoma's back. Let's see. So, bro, there were elections here, right?
Yeah.
There were elections in this country.
There
This
were
is South
elections.
Africa.
That's
Guys,
South
my name is
Africa.
Cleo Bonny, from coming live
Yeah.
all the way from, which country is this?
South Africa.
South Africa.
The
South
United
Africa.
States of South Africa.
The United States of South Africa. We just had elections, man. I mean, did I say erections?
No.
Oh,
Elections.
Elections, bro.
Elections.
Thanks for the pronunciation, bro. Are we?
Blood is but hot.
Yeah, no, it's
I
heating
think
up.
the hot tea they make you hot.
Yeah, no, it's
We're just
too
having podcast here, you know,
too
like
warm.
for the first time, actually. You know,
Wow.
I've been longing to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
As a young man,
Yeah.
as a youth, you are a youth. You
Yes.
you got 1 year or 2 years for adulthood. You're not
Yeah.
an adult, but you know this generation is opinionated generation.
yeah.
I don't know, because of a TikTok or something.
Yeah.
So we just had, not me, the country just had
Elections.
erections.
Election.
Election. Oh, two people there.
Elections.
2 people, bro.
Two
Say hi. I don't know how they. Guys, leave your comment. Oh, there's a like as well.
Great.
We just had election. Hey, bro. We just had elections. Election. So, what's your take? And what are the major prominent political parties in this country that today we should talk about it? Come.
The political, what did you say? What's the
The
question?
prominent, like big parties in this country that we should focus on, because some parties won and some parties are disappointed
Yeah.
and the country where it's
Yeah.
going. And you told me something interesting
Yeah.
about that the African National Congress
Yeah.
has won with the majority, but not impressive.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah.
It's like they are, how do I say? They are the leading party because they've got 40%
Yeah.
of the votes.
Yeah.
But it's still not enough. They need 50% in order to, how do I say? In order to govern the country.
Okay.
So they don't have enough. They need their 10% now. But
Yeah.
it's like
It's like they needed 10%,
I
right?
put it on. Oh shit,
Oh, shit.
sorry, man.
It's okay. It's live.
Put it on both.
On both, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like I'm saying, they need to now come to agreement with another party for a coalition in order to
So
get
how does it work?
above that 50%.
Okay, cool. For somebody who needs to understand how the electoral system works in South Africa, because it's different from country to country.
Yeah.
So they got a 40. For anybody who's listening, was like, oh, they got 40. They can govern because there's no any other party that got 40.
Yeah.
Explain, like, make me understand.
It's like I'm saying, they are the leading party with the votes. They got 40%.
Yeah.
And then the other 60% of votes have been distributed by, like, people have voted for other parties.
Proportional. Yeah,
Yeah,
proportional.
it's been
proportional.
divided by other parties.
Yeah.
So they have 40%. They are leading, but they can't govern because they need 50%, but they only have 40%. So it's now, where are they going to get the other 10% from? They need that 10% in order to govern. So the only other solution now is to form a coalition, which means they need to come hand in hand with another party. So then ANC and whichever party they choose to go into coalition with will govern the country together. Those two parties will come together as one.
Yeah.
In order to govern the country.
6 people, bro.
Yeah.
6 people. Can't believe this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll need to come together.
Okay, cool. So the first party that is top, like top 1 or top 4 or top 5, it's the ANC.
Yeah.
What is the definition of the ANC, by the way, and what achievement over 30 years?
Oh, you mean what have they done?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like throughout the 30 years, it's like, what has the ANC done? It's like they've not really done much, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of services that remains undelivered due to, all sorts of various things, non-delivery, misuse of funds, corruption, all sorts of things. So it's like within their 30 years, the ANC has done essentially not much. So it's like, that's why I think they've not
And
got,
the 11 people watching.
that's why I think they've not
That's
got
for YouTube. That's an
majority.
achievement. That's majority
Yeah.
here. So
Majority.
so yeah, I
Yeah.
want to know, like, for example, this is the first time. It's very painful and disappointing for many, for them,
For the ANC.
because that's the first time over 30 years.
That's the,
and
yeah.
not they cannot govern alone. And I know that many other countries,
Yeah.
that basically have the same. So you can say that the landscape of politics in the world is changing, because it's not just the ANC.
Yeah.
It's the entire world, that the landscape, or the political landscape, is shifting really quick, that even Americans are not able to catch, to understand. Like, Americans are starting wars all over the world.
Yeah.
And without understanding that scare tactics of power mongering, that no longer has
longer
a grip.
works.
Yeah, no longer has a grip, no longer works. So looking at the ANC, the same thing, and thinking that the power mongering thing would work. So for this instance, I know many countries right now. For instance, Botswana.
Yeah.
There's a new government there, new political party, and there's a lot of people are governing. Zimbabwe also. Mugabe is gone, and he passed away, and his country now, you have Harare, where they've got a mayor from opposition party, which is something weird, because in the past, if you talk about Mugabe, you get arrested, right? So for this country, ANC is no longer powerful. Can you
lost
say?
majority of the
Can you really say something about that? Do you think it still holds the grip, from what I have explained?
No, they don't hold grip. Because, like I'm saying, they don't have the votes they used to have, the majority they used to have. And why?
14 people,
Because
yeah.
because most people can see. I mean, like I'm saying, it's before the ANC used to have all these older people, these oldish people that would vote for them. But now it's like those older people are no longer here, or whatever the case may be. So it's the younger people that they need the votes from, and that are the majority. So I mean, the younger generation can see that, they can see through all the parties. How do I say? The
So-
curtain they're putting. They can
so-
see through all that and say, how do I say?
So
You make promises, but you don't deliver upon
Or
them.
don't,
So why
deliver
would we
upon them.
vote for them? Why don't we just give another party a chance? Maybe they could, deliver on what they promise. But I mean, you just never know, because it's like those parties may say some compelling things, but I mean, are they really gonna deliver on it? That's the question.
That's the question.
We won't know until they actually are in power, and until
Yeah.
that
So-
time comes.
So how is that? Do you think coalition would work, even being compelled, like you used the word earlier?
Yeah.
To form coalition. How do you form? Tell me, what's the difference between opponents? Because the other parties are opposition, right? Opposition meaning they are opponent, right?
Yeah.
How do you, if in your life, I'm sure, have you ever had enemies? Have you ever had opponents? Opposition?
Yeah.
Then let's say now you need necessarily to get your enemy, a person, your friend who's now an enemy, and you have to bring him to be your friend.
I mean-
in order to walk this path,
I mean, you know what they
political
say.
path.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they say. There's a saying. They say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
So now
Yeah,
that's
so
what
it's like, how do I say? It's like in this case now, it's like they need, no matter what they say, they do need to, form a coalition with some party. It doesn't matter who, but they need to choose which will it be. If it's the DA, because the DA is the runner-up, they're the second party with the most votes, which is how much, 21 point something percent.
Yeah.
So it's like, if they went into a coalition with them, both the ANC and the DA would have to come to a mutual ground, a mutual common understanding of what they envision for the country and the plans that they have for the country. And then they would, again, have to form some type of agreement in order to proceed with it.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's not going to work if they form a coalition, but one says we should do this and the other one says we should do that.
So, from what you have just said right now, what's your take on the future? Is it scary? Like, what are your predictions in life? Like,
Yeah.
let's say now you form a coalition with an enemy or opposition or opponent. What do you think would happen under one roof? You guys working together in order to accomplish something for the community or for the country.
if, like I'm saying, if they have a common goal, which is to, how do I say, govern this country, it's gonna be easy for them, because again, they have a common goal, which is to govern this country, to make this country the best that it can be, in order to, take this country further economically and in every other aspect. Because, like I'm saying, that's what this country needs. Because again, ANC has
Do you
been
think it's possible to work
Yeah.
with an opposition or an enemy?
again, it is possible, but it would just depend on that. It would be depend on them and the communication between them.
Will there be a conflict?
Oh no, definitely. There's gonna be conflict because again, one party wants something and the other
Yeah.
party wants something different. So there's gonna be conflict. Whatever things they have aside and look at the bigger picture,
Yeah. Yep.
which is the country. So they have to just come together. But like I'm saying, I feel like if they came to a coalition, for example, let's say ANC and DA would keep them on their toes.
Where do you think the world is going to, as a youth, as a young person, as a 19-year-old? Where do you think the world is going to in terms of the landscape, including
Yeah.
America? Your understanding of
Yeah.
Ukraine and Russia. Well, I mean, it's not Ukraine; it's actually a Western world
Yeah,
fighting
yeah,
in
yeah.
Russia, but they're just using proxy. What's your take on that?
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, where the world is going is still
Is it a scary world? Is it secure? Do you think there's enough security for everybody? Not
Yeah.
because they're creating a war without thinking
Yeah.
about the majority of people living in the world. So, what do you think? What's your take?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I mean, it's like when you're fighting with you in your home, in your house. You pick a fight with the neighbors without in your-
fight the neighbors for fun.
fight the neighbors.
Forget what they said
For-
about
yeah,
loving your neighbor.
exactly.
Screw that shit. Fight your neighbor.
Start throwing stones.
Start throwing bricks at
Bricks,
your neighbor.
rocks, guns, shambok.
Modern times now.
It's modern times
not
now.
olden days.
Yeah.
Man.
If your neighbor wants smoke, give him the smoke, man. It's like,
Because when you're loving enemy, he or she something awkward.
yeah, where does the love come in?
Dang, this is
The Englishman
scary.
say, what
I
does
need to
the-
take
what
my
does the
stick.
Englishman- What does the Englishman say? You must be cruel to be kind.
Oh!
Yeah.
The Englishman.
I want to take my shambok.
You press pause.
Yeah?
You press pause.
This. Oh,
You
okay.
press pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
No, it's
Ah,
still
no.
rolling.
It's okay. It's not a problem. Which key is it?
Yeah, it's the other one.
It's that one. Oh, I don't know. It's that. Where does it go? Oh no. It's not my home, so I don't even know how it works. So, I want you to be thinking about the world politics, where it's going, and we're not safe. Some of us will still need to be rappers in the future.
Yeah.
So, right now it's a bit scary, So, keep talking to the
Uncertain
camera.
times.
Keep them talking.
Keep him rolling.
Keep
Uncertain
the camera rolling.
Yeah. Hurry up slowly.
Hurry up slowly.
Hurry up slowly, son.
I'm here.
Huh?
But you're gonna scan all of that.
Yeah, it's about 6 pages.
I'm back.
Get a ball in the side.
I'm
So
back.
that's the sign for you.
Back again like you never left.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a stick.
Shambokas being used
Yeah, no, that's
wrongly.
it's gonna be good for protection.
Yeah, I live in the world, dangerous world.
Dangerous world.
Yeah, I live in a dangerous world. People here?
Yes.
Oh shit, let's get sitting.
But yeah,
What an interesting
the thing
topic.
that thing that makes it, like you said, what could make it scary is the uncertainty. Like because people are so uncertain about what the future holds.
Yeah,
and what
me,
the future will
I'm
look
one of
like.
them. I'm one of
Yeah,
them.
that's why they're so scared. Not because of because of what's currently happening.
Let's push it a little bit backwards. Sorry, we just need it so that we can all fit in. Maybe it's me being far away.
Like
Yeah.
I'm saying, because of what's happening currently. So that's why it makes it kind of scary because people don't know what's gonna happen in the future. There's a lot of uncertainty, and uncertainty causes fear. That's why people are scared. But like I'm saying, as of now, we can't really say what the future holds. But as of now, with all the unjustified war and all that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, it is scary
Yeah.
because I mean, you don't know what could happen. It's
So
like
what if?
people have all sorts of weapons, the nuclear powers and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Shit.
That's
And
how
I mean, that, yeah,
I
and it's
wanted to
like,
say that.
and it's like that could end, that could potentially end the world because it's
Yeah,
like
potentially.
nuclear power is a power on its own. It's like a very strong power. People think like the bombs that they threw in Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki was strong. Like a
Shit.
nuclear bomb is worse. So it's like, I just feel like with the wars and things, people
In the
need
world,
to,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you just come together with the leaders, have a conversation. It doesn't always have to lead to war.
Ish.
I mean, what's the point of war, especially when it's unjustified? There's no point to it because, I mean, first of all, you just destroying things that, how do I say, wouldn't have been destroyed if it
Yeah.
wasn't for you. And it's like,
So what's your take
yeah.
whereby, men in the world, they have this thing thinking that if they can fight others, people, neighbors will be afraid of them. This is the nature.
It's like,
the
that's
nature of a
true.
man.
That's
That's why
the
you see
nature of
people.
a
That's why,
man.
yeah. That's
But
why you see people going to
yeah.
the gym,
Yeah.
to scare others. Others play kickboxing because they want to protect
Yeah.
themselves. But America, that's the philosophy.
Yeah.
The more wars they create, the assumptions are that the country people be afraid and they'll be superior race and superior country. That's what they've created, and they think that America is the only one that can create,
Yeah.
peace. But how do you say you are civilized, right? Like America is civilized according to them. But what kind of a civility is that you won't attack other people? Let's put it in this way, okay? Where you see a guy on the street, he's always fighting people.
Yeah.
Is he the guy to civilize you? Is he the guy to bring democracy to other countries?
But I mean, the question is, why is he always fighting? Then?
Why is he always
What's
fighting?
the main reasons?
So
because
it's
you can't fight.
psychologically disturbed, maybe.
You can't. Yeah. Because it's like you can't fight for nothing. You have to have a purpose and a reason for why you're fighting. Like I'm saying, that's why.
No, they have a reason.
But that's what
because
I'm
the
saying,
more
reasons.
wars they have,
Yeah.
America becomes powerful. That's what they think.
But that's what I'm saying. The wars it's unjustified. There's no. Even though they have a reason, the reason isn't valid enough.
So let me give
in
you
order
this
for
example.
a war, it's like
The funny thing is that you are fighting, but in your house you don't look after your people. Like that people in Europe, people with that are on drugs in New York City, working, but they don't
Yeah.
help those people. Many poor people in the country, and only 3 states that are rich: New York, Washington, and Los Angeles, California. The rest of it, 47 states, have a rural places, and the buildings are 200 years old, 300 years old, nothing new, while China is focusing on creating products. These guys are focusing on wars. What's your take on that?
That's what I'm saying. They focus on the wrong things, Instead of focusing on war, it's like focus on your own. Like it's like focus before you can. How do I say? Go to someone else's house and criticize their house. It's like focus on your house first.
On your
It's like,
house, yeah.
It's like if you have broken things. within
Charity
your house,
begins
fix it.
at home.
Charity begins at home. So it's like first deal with your issues that you have within your country.
Yeah.
Before you wanna go to other countries and address their issues. It's like you understand what I'm
They're
saying?
actually not addressing the issue. They are fighting.
That's what I'm saying.
Fighting in Russia.
That's what I'm saying. Fight your
You
own
can
issues.
see how they're supporting Israel.
Yeah.
That's it already is a translation of America fighting Russia, because they're not bringing peace to what to Israel, between Israel and Palestine, right? No peace. So you see, they're not bringing peace in Ukraine and Russia.
No peace of
Yeah.
nothing.
So instead, they are spending billions and billions of dollars, trillions actually of dollars, giving it to Ukraine. They cannot even give that money to poorest countries in the world, but they can
They can have
sponsor
for war.
Yeah, exactly, to kill other people.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they should use that money and their time and effort to better their country before fight the problems within your own country before trying to go and fight other countries. You understand? Yeah.
So, but anyways, America seems to be, Western world actually seems to meddle in so many places and all that. But it's whatever agenda they have, they should not kill people. They should not sponsor wars. They should not keep increasing a list and timeline of war. Why would you focus on timelines? I mean, other timelines of economic, developing people. African American issues in America has not ever been addressed.
Yeah, because
That needs
why
a-
fight?
I mean,
What's
there
the
are so
point
many
of war?
ghettos. Why can't you use those trillions of dollars to build,
To better those
for
ghettos.
those ghettos? Yeah, and
It is
create
better
a
ghetto cities.
compound in a state of the art.
Yeah.
So let's get back to South African politics. So, fine, you said there's gonna be conflict between the parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were saying something interesting about a coalition. Coalition, actually, what is a coalition, by the way?
Two. What in terms of the politics? no?
Yeah, in terms of the politics.
It's like two parties coming together, forming as one
Yeah.
for a common goal, which is to run and govern the country in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this coalition in South Africa, is it a new one or is it a new, especially for
Yeah,
ANC?
yeah, it's gonna be new because like I said, for the past 30 years, it's only been ANC governed. ANC strictly only, no other.
Where did it go wrong for the ANC?
I mean, like I'm saying,
it's just
yeah.
30 years.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it
Maybe
went
even less
wrong.
than 30 years,
It went wrong with the ANC because, like I'm saying, for the past 30 years, they have made promises and promises, but they have not delivered on any one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like you can continue telling people you're gonna do something,
They've been
but
blaming your politics.
if there's no action,
They've been blaming your politics.
that's what I'm saying. If there's no action behind your talking, I mean, people are gonna see through that eventually. Like now, it's been 30 years. People are starting to wake up and realize, like, no, you know what? ANC has been saying they're gonna do this and this, but I mean, look how our country looks. Look how some places look. It's
Potholes. You were talking about potholes.
yeah,
right?
it's like look how some
Maybe
countries
we
look.
should ask Tabi to start selling those potholes since he's a real estate. Tabi, we've got a couple of millions of potholes to be sold.
Potholes will never be sold in South Africa.
And
You can never sell them on auction, right?
potholes.
Yeah.
Massive holes.
All right. Are you fetching water?
Yeah, the government.
You wanna say something? One last thing about politics. You've been knowing the politics that is going haywire in this country.
Politics.
Yeah.
I would rather call it politics.
Why are you calling it politics?
Everybody is up to tricks.
Sure.
Everybody wants money.
Corruption.
Everybody's
Corruption.
money is corruption. Corruption is the government. That's what it is.
Corruption.
People
yeah.
are voting, but they're just voting. Basically, it's thugs. Basically, it's gangsterism going on here. Gangsterism in a politician way.
Cut.
They're all fucking gangsters. ANC, all EFF, all those motherfuckers are fucking gangsters. They just using different strategies, different system. To steal our tax
Mafias.
money. Yeah, it's like Pablo Escobar. He gives a little to the people and they all vote for him. You see.
So all the politicians.
He makes billions.
Half of the population hate him, especially the police and the government, and half of the people love him, especially the people that he used to look after.
Sure.
You see, people used to love Pablo Escobar more than the government.
Can
So
you
that-
believe?
that
Because
already-
he used to do things for
That
people.
already shows you because
Yeah.
the government don't give a shit about people. People are not stupid. People know the government. They just do shit for themselves, for their own pockets. Look
Their
how
own
fat are
common
they.
interest.
Look how old are the government people in parliament. Look how fat are they.
Yeah.
Huh?
I understand.
So basically, it's basically this government is like a gangster.
Gangsterism.
Our hands are tied up. Basically, we have no choice. If we don't pay tax, they arrest us. If the government steals tax money and Charles takes money,
it's okay.
or let's say they eat the tax money, nothing happens to them. Every department, every sector, they're chowing our tax money, our hard-working tax money. That guy that kills your parents or your family that's in jail, he's eating our tax money. So you can think what type of system they use.
So is the politics going to die, and the people that are going to form forums like sort of
Uprising against
uprising, yes, against government?
Come and
I think that's where it's going.
Come and tell you something.
In America, there's going to be one day people will rise and the race across
tell you where
race,
it's going.
they'll be united
Listen,
against the government.
Come and tell you where it's going.
Yeah.
One day there's gonna be
I think we need
a
to
war.
sponsor that.
There's gonna be a war that outbreak in this country. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I also
Because people
foresee-
are already sick and tired,
That's-
and they can see corruption in front of their eyes. Look at Gupta and
The Gupta.
the Guptas and Zuma and the Zuptas all together. If you combine them together, the Gupta and
Zuma.
Zuma plus Gupta is equal to Zupta. So look already, people are stupid. They can see in front of eyes.
They stole all the money.
Government is looting in front of eyes. Government is making us stupid in front of eyes. There's nothing we can do.
So you say the president Ramaphosa, or how much money was hidden on his farm? 1 point something billion or 2 billion or something like that. I think 1 point, how much was it? 140 million dollars.
That guy's a rich bastard.
So why the money was hidden on his farm?
And he cannot donate 1 cent to the poor.
I need money.
Not 1 cent.
Me, I'm
The white men contribute to this country. Oppenheimers and all of them. You know, these top white, the Ruperts, all of them. And then the government just steals the money.
Inequality.
We have no
Inequality.
say. Our hands are tied, our mouths are tied up, everything. We can't say nothing. We have to see how they loot in front of our eyes, the government, how they steal our money in front of our eyes, how they you know, causing corruption.
Screw us over.
And there's nothing that
Turn over.
Bend us over.
we have no freedom.
Bend us over like this.
We have no freedom of speech. We have no freedom of decision making. We have nothing. We are like puppets. We just follow the government around and stay and watch what they're doing while they're looting our money.
I think I must start selling weed.
So another day, yeah,
I must start. Yeah, I know. I want a house where I can have escorts.
Yeah,
You know, that's it. Like a Romanians, you know, Romanians. Yeah. Like to be like them because they know where the money is.
yeah.
You know,
At
because
least
this thing of standing on the line and going and vote is not bringing
No,
money.
you stay in line, vote just for government to
increase the
The
legitimacy of theft,
Yeah, increase the
legitimate theft.
increase corruption in this country. So it's better now, like you say, sell weed.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
creating your own money. You generate your own money.
Hey, Munna.
It's better doing that
Sorry.
than stealing the government.
Yeah.
But the government will arrest you when you do your own business.
Thugs.
Illegal business.
I want to start a
But look what
prostitution.
illegal.
I want to be a man.
Look what illegal
Start a
business the government is
prostitution.
doing.
If
Stealing
you
tax
need
money.
a woman, and if you need a woman,
Isn't stealing tax money illegal business?
Thugs.
Yes.
You understand? Stealing tax money is illegal. It's the guys from the government is
It's the
doing.
tax
You're selling weed, but they want to arrest you.
It's the tax money.
They stealing the tax money,
It's okay.
but they
That's
ain't
still
gonna
my
arrest you.
money.
Tax
So
money.
you see how
My
I'm
money.
saying
That's
is-
still my money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
So guys, good time. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.
Corruption.
Next time I'm gonna have another podcast, hopefully. So salute.
Corruption.
Corruption. Where do I stop this thing?